This is Notorious 27 Homicide from Brooklyn, New York. You're listening to the Battleground Podcast. Órale, cabrones.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back into the Battleground Podcast, iHeartRadio's official wrestling podcast. It's your boy Battle here, and it is a big week here on the show because, again, NWA is running some shows right up the road from us up there in Oak Grove, Kentucky. I'm talking about NWA PowerrrTrip 2. That show is April 30th. You can still grab your tickets right now at nwatix.com. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my tag team partner, Eli, always repping the brand. You've got NWA, and I've just got Nike. Nike doesn't pay me, but hey, Nike, if you want to pay me, I'm fairly cheap. So, yeah, that's it.
I have to say this hoodie is growing on me. Camille and I had a talk when we talked to her last time.
Mhm.
It's growing on me. I do like the other version better, but I'm coming around.
We'll have to tell them, hey, we need this other version. But yeah. Again, Oak Grove, Kentucky, PowerrrTrip 2, April 30th. There is a big match going on, and we got to witness the history made at Crockett Cup with our guest today. And let's go ahead and bring him on, the NWA Jr heavyweight champion right there, the craziest dude in the business. Homicide joins us. Homicide, what's up, man?
Thank you, Holmes. Thank you so much for having me.
Man, always honored to have you. And every time we've had these conversations with NWA and everybody else, they're like, who's the people you want to bring in? And I was like, we want to talk to Homicide. Mm-hmm. And, and we'll talk about this later. High praises from one of our past guests, a good friend of yours, Eddie Kingston, and had nothing but high praises about you. And he was just put you over to the moon and back when we had him on the show. Had nothing but great stuff to talk about you. So we had the conversation about you and the NWA and some other stuff, and he was like, it is good to see good people getting the recognition they deserve.
Thank you, man. That would mean so much to me. Thank you so much.
And and it's recognition from us, nothing but respect to you. I mean, when we saw you show up in NWA, we're like, shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Oh yeah, man. I'm real about this, man. I've been so much like an honor and appreciate to become an NWA champion and be part of the group. You know, I lived in New York City. I was watching WWF at that time, and I had stolen cable, but don't tell nobody that.
We all had stolen cable. That little chip in the box.
Yep.
Yeah, so the NWA came out, and I'm like, what the hell is this? This is awesome, you know, and I just fell in love, and I want to join it. And man, I'm part of the group. I'm a champion. I'm part of history. It's an honor and a pleasure, man. And for real, it's real talk. I hate this gimmick bullshit. Excuse my language, but I hate this. You know, I'm Homicide. You know, sometimes I get to my little weird world. Like my name is D. I'm a coach, New York City, Brooklyn. I'm a gangbanger. Well, ex, you know, but I'm very happy where I'm at right now, man. I got 2 kids, a lovely wife. I'm a family man. I finally grown up, and I'm doing my thing right now. Yeah. I think I shot in my leg one time from a drive-by shooting. So my story is very real, you know, and I took it to the wrestling ring, and I put that story on the wrestling ring, especially the NWA. And like I say, man, I'm very honored, and I'm very happy that I'm part of the team. I feel so sorry for the people who's trying to take my belt. I feel so bad.
For sure. And when we saw that tournament announced and we saw your name in there, I was like, you might as well just go ahead and just hand the belt to Homicide. And then when we got to sit there and watch it that night, crowned at Crockett Cup.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if you heard the story, like Jake the Snake Roberts, he is so over. He don't need no belt. That's how over he is, man. And to me, I was like, man, I don't need no belt. I don't need no Ring of Honor belt, no TNA X Division belt, tag team. But when it came to the NWA, it was one of those, I need this, you know.
Yeah, I gotta have it.
A gold digger like these girls back in the days. But I need this belt. Look, dog, I got the belt right now on me. The heaviest thing. The most beautiful, heaviest belt in the world. Man. Everybody talking about the 10 pounds ago. Well, buddy, this is the 187 pounds ago, and I love this. I'm gonna put this on right now because I am obsessed with this beauty right now,
That thing
and
is
people don't
beautiful.
understand that. I think this very appreciate and honor to carry this. And like I said, man, I'm gonna beat some heads up. Whoever's gonna try and take this belt away from me. That's like going to a home and try to rob you. Nah, bro, it's not gonna happen.
Nope, it ain't gonna happen. And I want to kind of go back a few weeks. You talk about Ring of Honor. What was your initial reaction? Because you spent some time in Ring of Honor. What was your initial reaction to Tony Khan becoming the new owner of Ring of Honor? And what do you think the future holds for them now?
I hope the future is bright. I hope everything goes well. I mean, we need more wrestling in this crazy world we call planet Earth. And Ring of Honor made a lot of history, man. I was part of the promotion day one, and I was one of those guys who bring fire to the people like Samoa Joe, American Dragon, CM Punk, all those guys that people sees on TV right now. And I'm hoping that Tony Khan does good for the company, and I hope the guys bust their butt and make a living, and also support and have the fans love the new product. So I hope the future is bright for Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it's been exciting to kind of see where that's, how that's going to end up. We've been lucky to talk to a lot of active Ring of Honor wrestlers and alumni. We recently got to talk to the Briscoes right before the Crockett Cup, and they had a big weekend. You had a big weekend. So a bunch of, Ring of Honor guys, are former and current. We kind of picked their brain about the new Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, and they said the number one choice for them is you. They said you have to be that's their pick for the Hall of Fame as Homicide. What do you think of the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame? And I mean, is that something that's important to you? And if you had your pick, who would you want to induct you into that Hall of Fame?
I don't know if you did her, but Game Changer Wrestling did Hall of Fame for me. It was about the independence of Hall of Fame, and I was the first one. And then to me, it was real. I was so happy about it. I had a speech, and of course, I blacked out. I say a couple of things, dropping F-bombs. I didn't want to have sponsors right there. And they said it was really good because it was just me. I don't know what that means, but it was, I was on it, man. But for Ring of Honor, man, hell yeah, man. I think everybody using the term a Hall of Fame a lot. It depends of the person, how they did. Like, to me, I started Ring of Honor since day one. All my scars, all the injuries, I bust my ass for the company, So, yeah, I deserve to be
yeah.
a Hall of Fame. Yeah, man. But, like I say, my picks, I told somebody that my first class was CM Punk. The reason why CM Punk, because he from the Midwest. He brought that Midwest attitude to the East Coast. So I kind of dig that. Plus, he was our Raven. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Raven of VCW, but CM Punk was the reverse of Raven. It was cool. And plus, he's a great guy, man. He's an asshole, but he's a great guy. Samoa Joe, come on, bro. Like, we talking about Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, all these great champions who had the belt for years. Look at what Samoa Joe did for that title. He made that world title so important for the company. Like, everybody wants that world title. I mean, people from Japan came to the United States for a local independent show called Ring of Honor because Samoa Joe had that precious world title. So he made that title means a lot, and that's also definitely Samoa Joe. Briscoes. Come on. We're talking about the Road Warriors, the Fabulous Freebirds, the Fantastic, the Midnight Express, the Dudley Boy, excuse me, T3D, whatever's going on. I don't want to know T3D, you know what I mean? And also the Briscoes is on that list. They are, to me, they're the outlaws, the renegades, the independent, like somebody like myself, the underground king of professional wrestling. That's what they are. Hell yeah, they deserve. That was there since day one, and it's still busting ass and it's taking names. To me, they're the best tag team in the world right now. Next to ATL, but that's another story,
Yeah.
But to me, the Briscoes, I love those guys, man. To me, I call them the redneck thugs. So I like those guys, you know. So that's my class. And Jelito is one of them. The reason why Jelito, because he was there since day one. He went to TNA with myself when Brendan Money was over. We went TNA. He became the Black Machismo. And I guess got released and came back to Ring of Honor, and he was still on fire. He wrestled great to become a world champion, a TV champion. To be great, Jelito is one of the greatest of all time of this generation. I'm going to put him over. He is a GOAT of this era. He's a phenomenal wrestler. I consider him the franchise of Ring of Honor. You know, that's my first class. Yeah. Now, that second class, it better be me. I don't give a damn. It better be me, you know. It's but I'm just honored that the Briscoes are saying, "Yo, better be Homicide. He should be number 2. He should be next year." You know, like I say, I'm honored, man. I'm just very grateful at the stuff what I'm going through right now, man. Because back in the days, nobody showed me no love. Nobody did book me because I was too much of a thug, too much of this, too much of that, just a headache. And I'm not, man. I'm very professional. You gotta get to know me. If you know me, then you know what you're dealing with. Now I'm getting that treatment, and it feels good. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, with the Hall of Fame Ring of Honor, man, it'd be a blessing to be on class number 2. I better be, man. Whoever's the boss, it could be Tony Khan. Christopher Daniels, I think he's another one who should be on class number 2. But yeah, like that's another story, you know. But yeah, man, I better be there.
Yeah, and we're gonna put that out there that we're gonna make sure everybody needs to do. I guess what do we put? Hashtag Homicide for ROH Hall of Fame.
That's a long one, but yeah, we'll figure one out. Yeah, actually, what you just said. Almost exactly what Eddie said when we interviewed him. I think it was back in January, but talking about, you know, he wants Homicide to get his flowers now. And I think a lot of times, you know, we just had the passing of Scott Hall. You know, I think a lot of times people wait to kind of give people those accolades after they've passed on, or they're not in a good place anymore. They're not competing at a high level. And I think that was kind of Eddie's mission, was like, Homicide's getting his flowers now. We're going to put the spotlight on him, kind of a deal. So, yeah.
One of my boys that I'm very disappointed that now this is happening now, all the good treatment and the respect I'm getting right now, because I always give respect back. But I'm one of those guys like, oh, yeah, Homicide. Yeah, he's good. You need to check him out. Oh, now you mention him, you know, but yeah. It's all good, man. Like I told one of my guys, man, that I went to Seattle for a wrestling show, and I'm not a religious person, and it's like when I went to Seattle, it's like God hit me with a sign, and He told me, "You're not gonna get signed. You're gonna be grateful. You're gonna be happy where you at right now." And I'm like, "Oh, damn, okay, you know." And the next day, that's when Minoru Suzuki came aboard. I wrestled La Paca, the original. I did so many television appearances, came back to Ring of Honor. All these things came to my life, and I'm like, oh, maybe that side was true. Yeah. So I'm not going to be stressed no more. And I'm not saying like, man, buck these industry, these promotions, but I need to feel better for myself. I need to feel good. And right now I feel like I'm in the top of the world right now, especially the National Wrestling Alliance. I'm very happy that I'm part of the team and represent the name.
Yeah, for sure. And we're happy you're a part of the team because, I mean, like we said, I mean, we've talked about this before. Again, everybody, NWA PowerrrTrip to Oak Grove, Kentucky. That show is April 30th. You can still grab tickets right now, NWATix.com. We're going to be there, so we want to make sure y'all are there.
Fight TV as well.
And Fight TV if you can't be in Oak Grove.
Our friends at Fight. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
Thanks. So, you know, we've been excited for you to be in the NWA ever since the pre-COVID power launch when you and Eddie Kingston were still a team. How did, I guess, you originally get hooked up with the NWA? So let's kind of go back to the beginning.
Okay. I tried a phone call at that time. There was a former president. His name is Dave Lagana. I don't know if I can say his name on television, but
that's okay.
You know, but you know, he told me you and Eddie Kingston are gonna team up. We want those Outlaw Incorporated in our system, and we was fans of people like Bruce Brody, Dick Murdoch, Stan Hansen. Outlaw Incorporated even it's a book from the Hell Angels. Like I said, that's another story. But to me, the Outlaw Incorporated means outlaws are wrestling. People like Terry Funk, Bruce Brody, Stan Hansen, all those real outlaws are professional. We represent them. And we want to bring that attitude, especially for the NWA. So we got the call. We was like, yo, how about y'all two come to Atlanta, Georgia, team up? Of course, hell yeah, So Eddie, let's get these belts. I used to have the NWA tag belt with Hernandez with the LEX. That was legit. It's part of history. I told Eddie, yo, we need to get these belts. Let's go. And we did our thing. We went to Georgia. We performed. We bust people's asses. And, he went to another route. He went to left field, and I stood on the right field, But it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I was actually just looking back not too long ago, you and him against the Briscoes. I think that was like 2012 maybe, or 2013 or so. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, good solid match, obviously, with you four. So back to the junior heavyweight championship, which we were so just over the moon with the new belt. We kind of for the last, I don't know, 20 years or so, it was kind of like just the 10 pounds of gold, but it just said junior heavyweight. So we kind of thought that was the belt coming out, but then obviously we love that design. It's awesome. So they did announce there was a tournament to crown the new junior heavyweight champion. What was your strategy heading into that 4-way main event at the Crockett Cup? And then did anyone surprise you in the match? Darius Lockhart. I mean, did he surprise you with his performance or anything?
Yes, he was surprised, but I'm very confident and very motivated to just come to the Crockett Cup and to win. Like I say, I never was about championship titles. Now I am, especially. And I'm saying to myself, I feel so bad for the people who's going to be on my way. Everybody talk about Minoru Suzuki, one of the baddest mofo in wrestling. Let's talk about Homicide, Let's talk about the United States of America, This guy from over here. I'm a bad mofo, and that I truly represent that name, because I don't take crap for nobody. I'm just real as it get. People don't like it. Oh well, but Darius Lockhart surprised me. Austin Aries, we got history back in the days, from Ring of Honor. So I'm never surprised about that dude. Colbert Carino, come on, man. We know the history. If people watch Terry Funk Industrial Roads, they're going to know what the Homicide and the Carino feud is all about, But I'm very, very motivated to get the title. And, of course, I want that. And mind you, that was my birthday that day. I hate
Really? It was.
Yeah, that was the crazy part, People say, well, you want the title because it was your birthday. How about you shut the F up, because it wasn't about that. I bust my butt to get this belt, But it was kind of an icing of cake that was 45 in this planet, and I want this title. And this is a real title. This is not no BS title, And I was very happy about this. And like I said, man, the next day when I woke up, I was saying to myself, wow, I'm a champion, And I'm still here. I'm still alive. Oh, I feel so bad, but people are going to try and they step up because it's going to be very bad. I'm a brick wall. I'm a concrete wall, man. And I'm going to give people a hard time to work with me.
Yeah.
Well, and it was weird because when that match, the I was gonna say main event, but anyways, the finals of the 4-way, we kind of thought that they were gonna go with Colby just for introduce new blood or family, the name and everything. But within a couple of minutes, we're like, dude, Homicide's taking this. I mean, there was kind of a segment where the younger guys got out, and as you and Austin Aries kind of doing that, and I mean, within a couple seconds, Battle and I were like, dude, I think Homicide's taking this belt, And I mean,
I felt bad when we said that because Darius's mom was sitting next to us.
Yeah, we were in the same aisle. Yeah, she was sitting a couple seats down from us.
So I was like, she was sitting there cheering, and I was like, well, maybe Darius is winning this because his mom's getting super pumped about this.
Yeah.
And then all the people with us got super pumped when you won, and she gave us the look, and I was like, oh, we're about to get hurt. We better move over somewhere,
Yeah,
get to a different section.
Sorry, this is Homicide.
Yeah. Yeah, some bad guys.
But it was, we knew right then and there, it was like, this is Homicide's match. There's nobody getting this from him. And, speaking of the junior heavyweight, championship, I mean, it goes back to 1944. You've got Freddie Blassie, Dory Funk, Chavo Guerrero Sr., Terry Taylor, Tiger Mask, Ultimo Dragon, Thunder Liger. I mean, what does it feel like to be added to that list of champions?
When I won the title, it did hit me. Mostly, it did not hit me. But when I went behind the scenes and I did this promo, that's when it hit me.
Yeah.
And I cracked a little punk, man. So it was one of those, I can't believe I'm part of a history, that, and everybody knows me that I'm big on history. Like, I'm a undercover nerd when it comes to history,
Well, if we ever have a trivia night in Nashville, we need to make sure you're on our team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I'm prepared for the people they're going to lose. But, hey, man, it's good to be undercover, But, yeah, man, it was so, honor. And the best part is when I went back home, like to Brooklyn and even Philadelphia, because that's where I'm at right now. And people were just so happy that I brought the title back to the community. And I'm like, wow, this guy was a nobody. Now he's somebody. I wasn't becoming one of those negative, and now I'm making positive moves right now, especially for this belt. Right. That's all so bad for anybody trying to take this belt away from me. Like, I just feel really bad for Kobe Corino right now.
Yeah, because you've got the match against him at Oak Grove, Kentucky, again, PowerrrTrip 2. That's April 30th. You can grab tickets right now at NWATix.com, which is going to be a hell of a match, especially the history between you two.
Yeah. And it's kind of like you were saying, I mean, with for nerds like us, I mean, like, history means something and the belts mean something. And I think that's why a lot of people, for example, with the WWE, they, the belts are just very generic looking and they refer to them as props. And it's just like, for us, it means something. I mean, you're holding the same belt that Yushin Thunder Liger held. I mean, Ultimo Dragon. I mean, that's important. You know what I mean? Bouncing off of that, what are your goals for the rest of 2022 as the new champion? And do you plan on defending that title all over the world? I know Matt Cardona, as soon as he got the 10 pounds of gold, he's taking it everywhere. Is that kind of your plan too?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I did a joke like Matt Cardona, he's everywhere. Social network. I'm not, man. I'm one of those guys. Like, man, I'm like an bitter old man. Like, screw this social network, But I've been doing my thing. I've been going to the independents. Matter of fact, I took this belt to a promotion. It's called Outlaw Wrestling, and I wrestled this kid called Mike Verna, who used to be an All Wrestling dog. Then I defended him, of course. I won because I still got the title. The next time I went to this Callous Wrestling. They used to be Capital Wrestling. Now they call it Callous Wrestling. I wrestled one of the guys for Only Wrestling. Pretty Alevon, like phenomenal guy, But of course, I won the match. Mm-hmm. I just wrestled a show last Saturday against a good friend of mine named Tony Deppen. He used to be a Ring of Honor.
He's one of my favorite heels. He's so good.
That guy is the most underrated wrestler in the world. I even got a microphone and I piss people off. But like I say, if you don't like it, they kiss my ass, But of course, I beat him, but got the belt. So I've been doing the same thing which Matt Cardona does, but I'm very quiet, Like, I'm not saying bad things about Matt, like he's going out there that he needs to open his mouth like I'm doing it. I'm just the way I am. I'm just very quiet. I like to surprise people. That was my career back in the days. Like, nobody give me no attention. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break the door. I'm gonna be like, I'm here, and be like, oh, okay, like, and he got something with him, So I'll be doing the same thing. Like, I call myself the Hood Harley Race.
That's incredible.
That's great.
Because I want to go all over the world and defend his belt to every independent wrestling, maybe give him a shot to come to the National Wrestling Alliance. You know, the same thing with the 10 pounds ago. You know, but right now we got this belt. Everybody's saying the NWA Jr. is maybe the secondary or maybe the last. They represent all cruiserweights. Well, my responsibility for this belt is make a change for this belt. Everybody thinking about lucha libre style or a cruiserweight style. I'm making it hard hitting. I'm going to make it different from all these divisions, like the X division, or the cruiserweight, WWE, whatever they call themselves. You know, I just want this belt to be different than everybody, every promotion what you see. So I want like. You see that NWA Jr. belt? Okay, this is something different, and I like it. Just like the national television, the television champion, I'm gonna make this belt different, you know. And of course, you know, I want this belt to be number one. Nobody cannot be the NWA World Heavyweight title. I mean, that's number one, but I'm gonna try my best to make this belt number one.
Yeah. Well, and I'll throw this out there. Kyle Davis, if he's listening, Billy Corgan. If y'all can arrange for Homicide and Tony Deppen in an NWA ring, sign us up. We're down. We're down for it right now.
He deserves it. He definitely deserves to be on the big stage.
He's real. Oh, he's so good.
For sure. We were supposed to talk to him
literally the week that they went on their break. Yep.
Yeah. We were supposed to talk to him that week, and they were like, hey, he's going to do this. Some things happened, and all of a sudden it was like, hey, ROH's interview media stuff is off right now. Everything, something's happening. And I was like, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
But you know, this applies to NWA opponents and of course others you see everybody working with everybody else. But do you have a list of people you know you want to fight for the title with? I mean, you've mentioned several people you just fought and still retain the title.
Tony Deppen. Yeah.
I mean, we put Tony Deppen on there, but is there anybody else that you want to, I guess, step in the ring and put that title on the line against?
Of course, I'm not one of those people like a picker, but I just want somebody who's not a scrub, you know, somebody that was a lazy worker, somebody who deserved to have a chance. You know, I think people deserve second. I deserve a second chance, you know, and I got it, you know, so. I think people deserve a chance, and I don't got a list of people. I mean, the world of wrestling is so political, and business is so like another upgrade, a different level. I love to wrestle the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan, because I know the way he is about the National Wrestling Alliance. Of course, CM Punk, so much. All the guys that wrestle around the Wonder, but how about the new guys? Like Tony Deppen, I wrestled him last week. I love to wrestle him again, give him a rematch. New guys out there, man. I would love to have Chavo Guerrero. The reason why, because his father was a former champion.
Yep.
Just like Kobe Carino. It's kind of cool that his pop was a former heavyweight champion. And now he's going to try. That's the key word. Try.
There it is.
And put that in capital letters, try to win this belt, you know, and that'd be kind of cool, but it's not. But
yeah, it ain't going to happen.
Would you be open to a kind of a almost like a ECW or a GCW type match for that? Like say you and Nick Gage for the junior heavyweight title, or you and Joe Janela for the, you know,
I would love to, of course, I got to talk to my bosses and get the green light, you know, but I would love to make it a little different because, like I say, everybody wants to see different stuff in wrestling. Like this belt doesn't really represent, like, you need to be a high flyer. No, you need to win, you know, like is a blender of a strong style, King's Road, of course, Lucha Libre, America's everything. It's almost like, think about Harley Race, Dick Murdoch, but the junior weights under 220.
Right.
You know, like right now I'm 187. That's a shoot. I'm 187 pounds, you know. So I just, man, that'd be perfect with Nick, especially with Nick, you know, because he does owe me a rematch. We did wrestle two times already, but he does owe me a rematch. George Janela, that'd be great. You know, there's a lot of guys from Game Changer Wrestling that I would love to defend this belt. But like I say, they're going to have a hard time trying to take this belt. Wait for me.
Well, big challenge coming up. NWA PowerrrTrip 2 going down April 30th. Oak Grove, Kentucky. We'll be there. Can't wait. Also on pay-per-view Fight TV. Obviously, we've talked a lot about this. You've got history with your opponent, second generation wrestler Kobe Carino. Some people going into the Crockett Cup kind of pegged him as the underdog to win the tournament and the belt. And we were kind of talking about that. What's your game plan going into this match? Obviously having the history, but now having kind of the swagger of the champion going into it.
It's of course a little bit different because this is like about last night. I'm gonna say like I'm gonna bust his ass, but I'm not. I'm gonna give him one of the greatest wrestling matches of his life, even though he's a young boy. But this could be truly one of his greatest matches of all time because I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do everything what I got to do to win the match. People say like Eddie Guerrero, I lie, cheat, and steal. Maybe I'm not, but it's going to be very competitive. Like the spotlight's going to be on us. Everybody talk about stealing shows, blah, blah. Like I said, I'm not into that. But I guarantee you that spotlight was going to be in this championship bout, and Kobe Carino, he's gonna work. That day's work. I'm talking about when you get up, you're gonna drink a cup of coffee, eat some cereals, do some stretches, like I'm gonna work,
Yeah.
You ever seen a show in All Japan when you see the Japanese wrestler in the ring and you hear Masawa music play and you see the guy in the ring like put his head down like, oh shit, I'm about to work tonight.
Yeah,
that's the way I am. When you hear my music, man, I'm working tonight because all these smucks out there like to work lazy, not me. When you wrestle me, you're gonna work.
There's a reason why you got that
earn
title
that
belt.
paycheck. Yeah, you're gonna earn that paycheck.
Exactly. You want to make a living? You want to what they say? This is for my family. All right, you're gonna earn that paycheck, earn that money.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you get every cent of what you got paid tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, NWA returns to Oak Grove, Kentucky, PowerrrTrip 2, April 30th. You can grab tickets at nwatix.com. And we talked about this before we jumped on and started recording about how you and Eddie are really close. You had some stuff with the NWA, and there's history between you guys. And when Eddie was on, he, made sure he gave you your flowers. But let's ask you, what's it been like to see Eddie climb to the top of the mountain in the world of professional wrestling after the years in the business? It seems like both of you guys are standing at the top of the mountain right now.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him. He is the godfather of my baby daughter, so he's part of he's legit part of my family, and I'm so happy for Eddie Kingston to be at the top of the world right now. He deserved it. We spoke so many times. We go to a bar, we drink, we might do the 420, we talk a lot of crap, but it's some real stuff out there, and he's getting his flowers, and I'm very, very confident, and I hope he's hearing this, that he's going to be the next and future all-elite wrestling champion of the world. I'm not talking about the secondary belt, the tag team. I'm talking about he's going to be the number one man of that company. He is going to be all-elite wrestling. Everybody talk about the return of Kenny Omega because, come on, be not stupid. He's coming back. And he wants payback. He wants his title back. And I'm hoping that Eddie Kingston wrestle Kenny Omega. Let's see if that happens. But I feel that Eddie Kingston is going to be the next AEW World Champion. I really think it. I'm really happy for this dude. He deserves it. Yeah. And people say he don't deserve it, then you need to go to a corner, kick rocks, and beat the press. Or I don't know, do something with your life, man. Because that dude, he deserves it. I don't care how he looks, how he talks.
Yeah,
I don't think he deserves it.
Well, and it was wild too because his match with CM Punk. The whole arena was chanting Eddie's name.
Yeah, man. That was real.
It was. That, and Tony Khan had to be taking notes. Like how is someone? And I think they were in Chicago, so you had someone cheering over Punk in Chicago, which is just unbelievable, And then of course they tore the house down with that match. So, Yeah, he's been one of our favorites for a long time. Watching him on the Indies and stints and Impact, the Ring of Honor, and NWA and stuff. So yeah, it's really good to another old school guy. Another guy loves tradition, loves history. So you guys are two peas in a pod there.
Yeah, man. And like I say, he's a phenomenal guy in real life. Like a lot of people see him as like he's an asshole. Hey, man, we got some cool assholes. I bet both y'all assholes, but I bet y'all cool.
Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah.
But Eddie, he's a great guy, man. Like I would take a bullet for that dude, man. He's supportive. He's there. He's part of the gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's real. So you mentioned you're not as active on the socials and stuff like that. Where can people keep up with you? Just NWA's website, or do you have like one social you do kind of follow along with?
Like I said, man, I'm the most stupidest guy, and when it comes to social network, I got no Twitter. My Instagram got hacked, but that's my main thing. Yeah, because these hackers, but.
Yeah, okay.
My Instagram is side like homicide side outlaw 5150. I got a Facebook, but Facebook is one of those like whatever. I like
to check in on your friends.
Yeah, but Instagram, that's my main thing is side outlaw 5150. Of course, the NWA social network. I'm always I'm going to bother them a lot now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you part of the team? I'm gonna bother you. Yeah. I love when people say, "Oh, it's okay, bother me all you want to do. I'm gonna hit you up 3 o'clock in the morning." We sleeping,
Yeah.
Right,
Kyle, Junior Break Champ here. What's
up? Hey, Kyle, we need this real quick. Hey, Billy, I need this real quick.
Yeah.
Joe, I just saw you got promoted to full time with NWA. So, Joe, can we do this little interview real quick?
Yeah.
But it's great stuff, and it's great to have you in the NWA. And again, we're super pumped for it. NWA returning to Oak Grove, Kentucky. That show is April 30th. PowerrrTrip 2. It's going to be filming for a pay-per-view on Fight. Of course, NWATix.com. If you're in the area, if you're not in the area, just be prepared to watch it on Fight and give NWA your money because they've got some of the best wrestling in the world and they've got some of the best champions. And that ain't no secondary belt that's around Homicide's neck right now.
Nah, man. Ichiban, this number one, uno, so I said this is number one. So people's going to have a blast when it comes to this show because it's going to be a great show, especially Homicide's on the show. So
I think I'm going to sit there. I told them I need ringside seats, and I'm just going to sit there during your match with a Michael Myers mask on the entire time.
Yeah. You need some more Michael Myers.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner just with the mask on, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell's happening right now?" I was like, "Don't worry."
But we do a girl like Jamie Lee Curtis around the area.
Right.
There'll be like 15 of us that know what's going on, and the rest are like,
"Why?" Everybody's like, "What the hell is happening?"
That mask
right
in
now?
April. What is going on?
Well, Homicide, again, we want to thank you for coming on the show today. We're looking forward to seeing you kicking Colby's ass and retaining that title on April 30th.
So, guys, thank you for having me. Have a great future. Blow it up, man. And watch April 30th, NWA, Power USA, and all that good stuff.